Alright, and we are live! So, once more, back with Battle Brothers. Last time around, we got the introduction to the game, got a bit in over our head, and died immediately to 3 orcs. This time around, we're basically going to be doing the same thing, but hopefully not dying. All we want to do today is do contracts, get some money, get some gear, and not die. That's all we really want. And it might be harder than it sounds. Anyway, let's get started. Boop. Let me just make sure the game is on screen. There it is. I just load our campaign with a red swordsman. And hopefully, it'll go well. So I was gonna try and do like a circle, like going from this town to this town, down here, and another town over in the corner you can't see. We did get a contract to go and explore this location down there. And we also spent all of our money on trade goods, was it? So yeah, could be worse, could be better. Hopefully there's a big town around here. We'll see. Later. You venture to the ruins with Till at your side. The fetish of fertility is easy enough to find, if not a little too easy, but sometimes something else catches your attention altogether. There are pots strewn all across the stone floor. Each piece of pottery is a reservoir for spears and shields. Oh, wait. Each pot is a reservoir for spears and shields hang against the walls on hooks that seem far too ancient and rusted to hold up a cobweb, such less a piece of metal. Suddenly Till grabs your arm. Sir, trouble. He points down the hall and you see a man standing there, his movements janky and quick, as they were breaking in his suit of armor. Suddenly his head snaps up and stares at you, despite the fact that he's standing so far away. His voice carries as though he is speaking right next to you. The false king dares trespass here. The Empire will rise again, but first you must die. These are fighting words, no doubt. You gotta sell sword and make a quick escape. You don't get too far outside before the mercenaries take up arms, without your orders, so. Following behind you is a formation of soldiers in armor that you've never seen before. They step forward in a formation like a turtle shell, clasped together with their shield held up to provide protection for their whole unit. Based on the fellows in the ruins, you've no doubt that they'll come to kill you and the rest of the company. Oh boy. Ancient auxiliaries. These are like the ancient Roman equivalent, except not really because they don't use anything. They're meant to be, I guess, the ancient Roman equivalent with quote-unquote turtle formation, but the Roman formations did lose a lot of their effectiveness when they had to encounter archers and horse archers, which is when they switched up their formations into the Byzantine era, but that's neither here nor there. For now, we just don't have that many archers, so it's not that we can really affect them, and we have no archers and much less horse archers. So instead, what we're gonna have to do is, let me calculate. If I was to go and take a bunch of steps, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can advance 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next turn also advance 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we go back 2 squares, we should be safe. I think that's the tactic for these guys. Is you let them go up to your lines without being able to shield up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me back up a bit. Down to this line. And see how this goes. One, two, three. They just go 3 steps up. So if we imagine that they're gonna take 3 steps again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Meh, just shoot them. Pew pew. Never mind. Let's wait for them to advance and we'll run up on them. Yeah, we can just move up to them. Hopefully I can get my axe guy in a good position that he can do an AoE attack. Not likely. Let's overwhelm the flank. The flanks per roll. You go in here just to block them from advancing. Boom. Now we go first because we're just better. Hey, that's a hit. Ooh, he's looking hurt. He's looking dead. And that was a miss. Well, we've killed one already, so that's good. Which was a headshot. Boom, blunt damage. Should do well against them. Yeah. Shield up. So far, so good. Never mind. Dead. Boom, dead. Come on. Nothing. Ouch. Encircle this guy for massive bonuses. I'm trying to hit him. Come on. Come on. Boom, dead. How do they find Mech Warrior? We just killed some discount Romans. Kind of, maybe. I mean, they're Roman equivalent because of the parallels, but they're not exactly Romans. They don't use gladiuses or pillars. Anyway, they're dead, so who cares? The battle over and the fetish of fertility obtained, you tell the men to prepare for a return. Did we level up? No, but we got pretty hurt. We even got an injury. It'll be fine. Maybe. Probably. We just need to make it back to town before we run out of money, because if I fail a pay cycle, my men are gonna get super mega upset. Because they're mercenaries, and that's what mercenaries do. Hugin the treasurer meets you at the town square. You hand over the fetish of fertility and the man cradles it as if it were an infant. He thought lost. After a moment of awkward embrace with the relic, he holds it up high, letting the townspeople see it. They cheer for a time, too long truly. You have to elbow Eugene the treasurer to remind him to pay you. Money. They're not in high spirits. People are eager to do business with you. And they have low prices. I could buy more salt. Buy the salt. And buy nothing because I can't afford it. Ooh, I got a good price on the weapons. Okay, buy supplies. And supplies. And that's all I could afford. Dang, we're poor. Oh, they got another contract. Oh, it's an SS caravan to Newmark, southwest. For not much money. Weaponsmith. He could sell us a weapon, but we are poor. Actually, he won't sell us weapons. Lots of weaponsmiths and armor smiths around these parts. Okay, do you guys have a big town I can go and sell the salt to? It's a castle. That's nothing. That's a small town. That's a big town. We gotta make our way there and sell the salt. Unless they also have a salt mine. They don't. Do they? No, they don't. Let's try and make our way there. Slowly but surely. Next town over. Helfstein. They have goats and iron. Iron should make... If they have smiths that make better stuff, and they'll sell supplies, repair supplies for cheaper. Oh, they do have so many armorers. Wow. What's this contract? Want me to get something to somewhere? Newmark again. Newmark to the southwest, he says. All the way down there. That's a big town, isn't it? Yeah. Do we go there? Because I kind of need the money. Badly. Or I go here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to Newmark because I want the money. Deal. Get down here. Let's go. My men could use a rest anyway. I think. Anyway, so we gotta do contracts, get XP, and not die. A young child is found drawing in the mud of the path. As you draw near, you realize he's not actually on the path as much as inside a large divot of it, where the mud created in the shape and size of a sarcophagus. The child is drawing along the inner walls, mostly crude shapes of dogs. My pa says there was unholds. Unholds came to right this way, and to yonder. Giants of lore, except they was as real as your mother's, leaving me for that bastard Burke who I will kill. He says that part a lot. Burke got it coming, so he says, a lot. I think you should stay away from them unholds, mister. My pa says so, so I will too, and you should too. By the way, is your name Burke? You shake your head and no, and you shake your head no and wish the child best. Do you guys have a contract for that? No. So hopefully we can make it there for the next space cycle. Let's go. Otherwise we're gonna get a big debuff on mood and low morale in battle, which is not good. Come on, guys. I believe in you. Don't tell them, but I don't really believe in them. We just fought 4 skeletons and one of them almost died. In a 6v4. Also, I think a couple of our guys are kind of trash, so they're gonna die eventually. But for now, they gotta stay alive, so we can get some gear and XP and better people. And we made it! I'll have the steward waiting for you as you enter the town. He hurriedly takes the cargo off your hands. Oh, I did not think you would get here. There's gonna be fingers dance along the chests carrying the cargo. Alright. Can I sell my salt? Ooh, yeah! And the wood is decent too. I'm gonna sell the salt. I'm making $100 for each salt bits. That's $400 right there. Huzzah. Also, we need more grain and food. There's some armor I can buy. Good. Good, good, good. Ooh, it's an actual helmet. You get a helmet. Boom. Look at that. He looks like a level 1 guard in Skyrim. Yep. We don't look that tough, I'm gonna be honest. But we are tougher than we used to be. Slightly. Surcoat versus Gambison. Gambison's better. We have some actual armor for... who's good? No one. You're good in defense. Take it. Also, no contracts? No contracts. Well, let's just make our way back again. One more time. We just need to take contracts on the same town until we become friendly with them. Does your character upgrade or only the equipment and you unlock certain skills? So your character, we can level up our character, they do get levels. When they level, they get stats and they get skills. And some skills can make up a special build. So for example, here, this guy, you know, he's a ranged guy because he has high stats and range skills. And we can get special range skills that the melee people don't get. Down here, we have special heavy armor perks, special light armor perks, dual weapon, single weapon, weapon specialization. As they level up, they become better and better. Hopefully. That's the hope anyway. Some brothers don't. They don't get better. You find Edward the trade master reading a scroll. And also equipment. But equipment is also a very, very, very big role. He throws the paper at you and asks you to read off the names. The handwriting is difficult, but no more so than the names themselves. You stop and apologize, stating that you are not from these parts. The man nods and takes the scroll back. It is alright, Sellsword. If you're wondering, those were the names of men, women, and children who have passed in the last week. Last week, there were a lot of names on that list. The man, seeming to read you, nods somberly. We are in a bad way. So many lives lost. We believe this to be the work of foul creatures, beasts beyond your ability to reason. Obviously, we'd like you to go and find and destroy them. Would you be interested in such a task, mercenary? How much money? 400? Can I get paid more? No. Well, I'll try. Hunt down what terrorizes Edgecart. We gotta follow these trails. These tracks. Hey, spooders! We can handle those. We know for a fact we can handle them. Let's get them. Okay, so don't get webbed. That's basically all we need to do. Do I rush them or do I let them come to us? I'm gonna step back one step. Should make it so they can't web us. I think. Take a step back. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, we get a free turn. We can just attack without them having any response. Well, bonk them. Or don't. Or just miss everything. Dead. Miss everything. You shoot this one. Take a step away. Bomb! Dead. Do I go for adrenaline? Can you move? Yeah, you can move and attack at the same time. Adrenaline. Bomb. Not gonna all web. Which is fine by me. Break the web. Thank you. Break the web. Thank you. You can still shoot. I'm gonna shield back. I'm not gonna do anything, I guess. Free this guy from the web. If you can, thank you. Dead Spooder. Bonk. Come on. Dead. Break the Spooder? Doesn't break. Adrenaline. And we miss. Well, we win. Not a hard fight. Oh, look at that. We got special webbed valuables. Within the thick webs of web necks, sometimes valuables that once belonged to their unfortunate victims can be discovered. If one is brave enough to search through the sticky death traps. We got Gossamer, which is web. And poison glands. Cool. You order your men to scour the field and collect as many parts as they can of the spiders. A few make the mistake of touching the hairs on the web's neck's legs, leaving them scratching quickly, forming rashes. Ew. Yuck. That's probably fine. You don't think you can fit the spider's corpse in Edward the Tradesmaster's room, so instead you slap against the window from the outside. You hear a horrified scream and the clatter of falling furniture. But later the adjacent window is thrown open. The talisman leans out. Oh, very rich, Celsors, very rich. May the old god serves you 1,000 years of idle time for that one. Nodding, you ask about your pay. He begrudgingly tosses you a satchel. 390 crowns in there. Now take that awful thing and go. Yay, now the village is no longer terrified, so they sell their goods at a regular price. Buy them. I can sell some of this. Sell it. Hey, we got friendly with the village too. That's our second quest with them. Decided that Ebsgas was a good place to invest your efforts. You decide to offer the protection of your company and take up any work suitable to your talents. You act like a gentleman in your dealings with the locals and encourage the men to mind their manners while in the settlement. There was of course some griping at first. Hakon was sorely disappointed to give up the brawling with the farmers, especially with the red swordsmen spending so much time in Ep's back. You convince the men to have a friendly base of operations is important in your line of work, as it means getting better prices on the market and more people willing to join your motley band. It's also much less tiring in not having to dodge the militia all the time. You even enlisted the men to do some small tasks in exchange for nothing but goodwill. I found a little brat who wandered off and dragged him home. Guntered Braggs, quickly outlaid by Gebhard. I went to the market for the old spinster, split her firewood for winter, and even put out her washing, but I draw the line at rescuing treed cats. Yay! We got some renown, so hopefully now the contract will pay us slightly better. Let me see. How do we see renown again? Here, recognize. So 268 renown points. Here we're at friendly relations with these guys. Sure. To the next town. We just need to keep moving and get more contracts. Also, we have a fair bit of money. Thankfully, there's armorers and armorers and weaponsmiths all around these parts, so I can just pop into this place and buy a high-tier weapon whenever we got the money. Because when somebody does die, Sometimes they lose their armor, but they'll never lose their weapon if they die in battle, and you win the, and you win the battle. You guys are still in high spirits, huh? But no more salt. Weaponsmith. I want a bigger... Oh, I could have got it in a longsword with the axe guy. I could get a pike and have another backliner. I'm gonna do that. Get a pike and hire somebody to be in the back line. Here we have a miner who's athletic and tiny. Less melee damage, but more melee defense. That's pointless for a backliner. Here, got nothing. Here we have a caravan hand who has a fear of the undead and is Spartan. Who needs more than oatmeal and water? This character finds no joy in eating and will use less provisions. I was not leaving you fast if you ever run out of provisions. Holy and resolute, Ralph was the first chosen by a merchant to protect the stock as a caravan hand, but war deprived the caravan of stock, and soon his drivers took to selling slaves. Appalled, Ralph freed as many as he could before leaving for good. A man like Ralph is no stranger to danger, making him a good fit for the mercenary group. Hired. What are his stats? Range defense, which is good, because the backliners won't have shields, so they'll need range defense against range attackers. Hit points, that's fine. Resolve, that's fine. Did we already have somebody else who has high resolve? Yeah, you. Okay, in the back line, take the pike. So now you can poke at people from the back. Which means you can reinforce... If we ever find that the enemy is like on our left or right side a bit heavy, you can send a pikeman after them to reinforce them a bit. You get some armor too. There we go. That should help. Also, no contract, so we move on. Helfenstein. I delivered a letter they asked of me. Hey, a contract. Oh? Mine cave-in. A tragic accident occurred and there was a cave-in in one of the mines. Production came to a halt and all the damage is repaired, and miners are now without means to feed their family. A caravan escort, 2 days west. Hey, we get paid pretty good. 1,000 crowns. 2 days to the west. I don't have the money for 2 days. No, actually I do. But caravan duty, 2 days to the west, Skevald. All the way over there. It's a pretty big town, but then we'd be out and about. Either I take this caravan contract or I take my chance at the next village. I'm gonna take the contract. Nah, next village. No, castles. Okay, castles are only inhabited by nobles, so you need to have a high reputation to get noble contracts. Which means we have to go down here. Next village. Yeah. The issue is with caravan contracts that you can do the contract and not fight. So if you do like only caravan contracts, you might be rich, but your guys will not have any XP. You feel good today, ready to lead the swordsman through any challenge to come. You gather the men up. You gather the men around, kicking Till to his feet and telling Gebhard to finish scraping away the hairs on his neck later. When the muttering has subsided, you start to address them. We need the battle standard. We need to establish... Complete 8 contracts. Get support people. Or enter and win 5 fights in the arenas of the southern city-states. I think we can go for 8 contracts. We're just going to be doing that anyway, so might as well. I could have gone for the hire a support person, because since now we have enough renown, we can have somebody who follows us. But those are mega expensive. 3,000 bucks. That's even more expensive than the banner. Oh, you know what? Let's fight these guys. I need some loot. Up. Okay, so barbarians move far. Don't have any armor. Usually have big weapons, but they're not like orcs. Kill this guy. I feel like my crossbowman is kind of crap. Never hits anything. Let's get the pike on high grounds. Ooh, got annihilated. Or miss. %, 65%. Adrenaline. Try again. Missed. Whoops. Ooh, this guy is surrounded on 3 sides. Doesn't have a shield. But he has armor. Ouch. 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 That's fine. Ouch. You have somebody in range. If you only could hit them. Get him! I need to finish off somebody. This guy, he still has a turn to play. Boom, dead. You advance. Kill this guy. Maybe. Boom. Boom, stunned. He's gonna act first next turn. And miss everything. Bonk him. Nice. Advance. They're crumbling. Ouch. Kill them. Or don't. Shoot. Nice. Advance. Boom. He's double crippled. Pierced chest, pierced hand. Injuries do change by the weapon you use. Spears do pierce damage, so they get pierce wounds. Oh, we missed. Ouch. Get him! Finally. Advance, shoot. Ooh, nice hit. Done. Ah. We took some damage, but no wounds. And we got some loot to sell. And some XP. All positives for me. I don't know if we made money or if we lost money, but that's not important. Did we level up? Are you gonna level up soon? Maybe. You're level 3. Those are decent-ish levels. Get HP. Because we're gonna have high HP, let me get the HP perk. Boop. Next guy. You're the HP, fatigue, resolve. We need some melee attack and defense though. Melee attack. And those are just 2 good levels that I can't pass up. Let me see. Any of these over here I want? Prevent critical hits. Prevent critical hits. You're the resolve guy. You get lots of resolve. Melee attack. HP. And what boosts? Don't you have a thing to boost your resolve? Yeah. So people who have high resolve, if they do critical kills or try and get next to an enemy, they can get them to make a resolve check. So if they have high resolve and they like charge the enemy or kill somebody, they can demoralize the enemy into fleeing. So it's always good to have some. Okay, please get better range skill, thank you. An initiative. And give me something so that you don't miss all the time. Gain initiative as part of your defense. That's good. Do you have somebody who has high initiative? No. Okay, anyway, people who are going to be wearing light armor who have high initiative should get this skill. You in the back, you kind of have high initiative, that's only because you don't have any armor. Ooh, 2 contracts. Ambush trade routes, terrified villagers. The villagers are terrified of unknown horrors. Fewer potential recruits are to be found and people deals less favorably with the strangers. And even better, worse, so don't make purchases here. They make bad prices. Also, the trade master is shaking when you greet him. He's practically frothing with anger, or maybe he's just really drunk. Citizens of this fine town are starving. Why? Because brigands keep sneaking in during the night to raid the granaries. And if we catch them, they burn the buildings down. Now we can't defend ourselves by sitting back. Now, I want to defend myself by killing them all. Ben teeters for a moment. He's about to spill himself across the desk. He steadies before continuing. I want you to kill these vagrants, obviously. All you have to do is be interested and name your price. Wait. I didn't name my price. You're naming my price. More. 450. These contracts do not pay very much. Oh well. At least we can do them and not die. Yes, this is basically our goal right now in the early game, is to get equipment, not die, get XP. And as we do more contracts, we'll get more renown. So they'll pay better. Fortification and brigand tugs. They don't have any range, so they'll have to engage me. We don't want them to engage on this high ground, so we should take it. I missed. You can step over here, but not attack. Take the grounds. Okay, mace guy. You take the high ground, I guess. Advance, bonk. Ooh, that's a big weapon right there. He's gonna hurt us if we let him. Rush him down. Adrenaline. Get in there, AoE. Kind of worked. We missed. Just be careful with this guy. I should have gotten the Gunburst shield up. Ouch. I should try and learn their names. Gebhard is the heavy weapons guy. Ooh, he missed. Over there we have Hakon. Leaf, that's Halstein. Leaf is from the previous save. Forget about Leaf. He's dead forever. Kill him. Dead. Oh, somebody fled. Kill this guy. He's fleeing. Get this guy. Or don't. Boom! Injured shoulder. That should make him have a name debuff. No! He killed... what's his name? Oh, I forgot already. Oh well. Even with all the armor. Or he took a critical hit to the head. Which is why we take that skill for no critical hits. Kill him. You have to stay here to block these two from fleeing. Dead. Advance, reload, and you can't shoot. They missed. And we miss. Get him. Boom, dead. Gebhard is dead. What a shame. I think it was one of my starter units. No, he didn't hit the head. We still have the helmet. He destroyed the body armor. Well, now we need a new person. He was a good unit too. Look at that hole. Yeah, so now we've lost one of our original companions, who usually have better stats than the others. Oh well, level up. Attack. Resolve is fine. HP, sure. Get crippling strikes because you do lots of damage with your big weapon. You get ranged melee defense. That's a bad level for melee skill. And no critical hits, please. More HP and no critical hits should make these guys survive one of these hits we just took. Also being just a better, just having better base stats. Different professions and different origins just give you straight up better stats. Otwin the Trademaster leans back in his chair, folding his hands over his lap. Stealth swords don't sit right with many folks, I suppose, on the account of y'all killing and destroying whole villages on a short-range swim, but I admit you've done good. He nods to a corner of the room where a wooden chest lays unopened. It's all there, but I won't be offended if you need to count it. You do count it, and it's indeed all there. Can I hire? They're too expensive. I can't hire. While your men ventures around town, you go to a pub and take a seat. As soon as you do, a strange man joins you. You're the Red Swordsman? You nod. The man nods back, then reaches into his pocket. You reach for your dagger. The stranger pulls his hand out. Easy there, I'm wearing a sword. If I wanted to kill you, taking a seat probably wouldn't be the best route. The man lifts the sheath and it bumps to the underside of the table. He cocks his head as if to say, see? You nod and the man continues with his move, taking out a note and passing it to you. A local councilman by the name of Arnulf of Tainwader wishes to see you. Arnulf of Tainwader settles down in his chair, laughing to himself as he does it. Don't be alarmed, sellswords, but they say ghosts are afoot. Yes, the local peasants are poisoning my morning with constant talks of ghosts and goblins. They said these supposed creatures are turning the cemetery upside down, raiding the graves to enlarge their army and other such nonsense. Obviously, it's just the work of spade-wielding men intent on robbing graves for jewelry. I've seen it before. He looks down at his hands, briefly chuckling. Anyway, I can't just let it rest because these peasants won't get off my back about it. So to ease them, there's you. I need you to go to the cemetery and clear out any troublemakers you find. How you do that is up to you. I suggest you use good steel. Hey, 500 monies. Pay me, thank you. Where's the cemetery? Up north. I think we should head to a city. Meh, we're just trying to recruit to the next town over. The castle over there might let us recruit. They won't let us get any quests since they're noblemen. But that's fine. What do we have in the cemetery? Excuse me, the ancient cemetery. You eye the tombstone with a mound of soil underneath its base. Bloods of mud lead away with like a crumb trail. There are no shovels, no men. As you follow the lead, you come across a band of undead, moaning and groaning, gnashing at you with insatiable hunger. Fight! I still have a hole in my forces. 7? Ooh, 7 undead. That's a lot. Especially with a hole. With a hole. Move. They're gonna try and surround us. Overwhelm us in numbers. So I'm gonna have to start using the spear to hold them back. Shepherd them. Oh boy. This guy here is the only one with actual armor, so shoot him, please, crossbow person. Nice. Make some dents in the armor. Thank you. You wait your turn. You wait. Wait. Shield wall. I mean spear wall. And wait. And you shoot the guy with armor. And miss. Zombies are dumb, so they won't try to avoid our spear. Like the human enemies. They just charge at us. And... oh. Because he just got past the spear and we didn't hit him, now the skill doesn't work anymore. But we did hold back 2 of these guys. Okay, they're getting bonked. Good advance in here. Shield up. Because we're kind of surrounded. Get the guy with armor, please. Who's the person who has the trait that makes them always do fatalities? Didn't we have that? Irrational... oh, maybe it was the person whose name I forgot. Who always did fatalities. Well, the good thing is the zombies kind of suck. Bad news is it's not looking good. 1 dead, but they'll come back. 2 dead. They will come back. Push his head in, please. And he's coming back. But he's weak and his armor's broken. So he's back down again. And we're getting a morale boost. That's good. Ooh. We're in the face. Our swords should do full damage. I think they have resistance against pierce attacks. Can I check? I don't know. Focus character. No. I don't know how you can see their stats, but they take less damage from spears and such. But swords are effective. And our mace is good against people with armor. Ouch. Only 4 left. 5 left. 4 left. 3 left. Come on, get him. Get the zombies. Dead. And one's back. And they're back again. And they're dumb again. Dead. I'm surprised my guys aren't tired yet. At this point, you'd see them being too tired to attack that much. Boop. Oh, it's not over yet. And this guy's back, and this guy's back. And this guy's down. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's away. Doesn't last long. Come on. Stab him. Ooh, missed an 80% chance to hit. Boom! Finished. E. Z. I think it's because we are mostly using swords. That really did help to put them down fast. And also because our backliner, the guy with the pike, he's hitting the guy with the pike. He's doing good. I know the Tane Weller claps his hands and drops them into his lap. I've heard of these things, these shuffling monstrosities. It is not good to hear that they've come to Tane Weller, but I suppose if they're to be anywhere, the cemetery would be the best. Better than the town square anyway. Bertold is standing out my door with your pay. Thank you, sellswords. You have more recruits now? You don't, but I do have more money. New contract. A bird is perched on Otwin the trademaster's window. The man seated points at it. I wonder if that's how they got in, the brigands I mean. I think they must have snuck through that window and then right back out. That's how they got away with my rare coin collection. The man slowly rises and stalks the room. He crouches, about ready to pounce on the bird, but the creature scatters before the man can so much as flinch. Damn. Returns to his seat, wiping his hands as if he'd worked up a sweat during his attempted avian ambush. That's a simple sellsword, bring my property back to me. Kill the brigands too, if you don't mind. Pay me. Hey, 500 monies. That's decent pay. I want to sell some stuff. These guys also sell wood. We have a bit of better armor piece. There you go. Okay, we don't have better weapons though. I should keep this on the side. Bead necklace. We can sell for good value. I'm gonna buy the trade goods. And maybe even buy the hunter. So I have another archer in the back line. Death Wish. No morale check trigger upon losing hit points. That would be all my money. No thank you. I just don't think we can afford them. Okay, follow the tracks. These ones. Find the thieves. That's a 2-star contract. Ralph has always been a bit tight with how much he eats. You're not sure if that's part of some religious rite, a sense of duty, or if he's just not a big eater. Regardless, the lack of food has weakened the man, and you find him barely able to sit upright on a log. You got a bowl of meat and corn in hand, wondering if maybe you should offer it to him. Eat up. You order the man to eat. He resists, but you remind him that it is an order, not a request. The sellsword does as told, eating rather gingerly from your bowl. He complains that he does not wish to eat anymore, but you order him to finish the meal. In time, whatever ailed him seems lifted. Energy returns to his eyes and he gets up with a good spring in his step. Unfortunately, he does not care for being told to break his personal codes. So he's gonna get a mood debuff. Morale. These brigands went deep in the woods. 7 thieves. The thieves are quite human. A simple crew of vagabond and brigands. In the woods, huh? Let's see how this plays out. 7 versus 6. They got like a little chokehold here. Let's see what happens. I think we should just let them come out of the chokehold. Can you shoot? Let me try and shoot this guy. Nice. Let me have... You know what? Let's be cruel. I'm gonna have spear wall right outside the tunnel. See how these guys get out. Ooh. Lots of enemies on this flank, huh? Hmm. Oh, well, he's just dead, so never mind. Just one guy. Bonk. And he got past the spear, so now it doesn't do anything. It's fine. Ooh, messed up. Take a break. He's dead. Good. And he's dead. Ooh, another one. Oh, we can only go in one direction. This one. Bonk him. Oof. He got bonked. Big spear, and he missed. Nice. We don't want him to attack. Ah, he flees! We just didn't want him to attack with his big axe. Could do a lot of damage. Did we not take any damage? It's a no damage run. Preview 1, go, get him. Oh wait, there's another one. He's fleeing. Ooh! Grazed kidney. That must hurt. Get him. This guy's dead. Only one left. Let's try and run him down. He's outranging us. Oh, I can catch up to him. We got the initiative. I can't run away. Okay, he's been bonked. And we missed. Sword guy. Get him. Get him. Hey, he's dead. Easy. We took 7 damage. 6 armor damage. 1 HP. Good. Good. How much are we getting paid? You clean the blood off your sword and then go to retrieve the item. As you bend over to pick it up, you spot a man watching you in the distance. He comes forth, his 2 hands totemed together with long sleeves. I see you've killed my benefactors, man. Sheathing your sword, you nod at the man. He continues. My benefactor paid good money for that artifact. It appears those he paid are no longer owed. So I can speak to you directly. I will give you 1,000 crowns for the item. Here's a good amount of money. Owen the Trade Master, however, will not be happy if you decide to accept. Are we gonna be loyal mercenaries or real mercenaries? I mean, we literally took no damage. I think we can afford to not take a big cut. We're paid to return it. All right. Damn, for a 2-star, a 2 skull mission, we only got 500 bucks. This town does not pay very well. Kind of, maybe. When you enter Owen the Tradesmaster's room, there are a host of guards surrounding him. For a second you think he'd stumble upon a coup, but the men clear out, leaving behind dice and cards. Otwin the Trademaster waves you in. Come, come, I just thought there's a good deal of crowns, Sellsword. Perhaps you've brought me something to ease my pains? You take out a rare coin collection and hold it in your hands. Rather gingerly the man takes it. Good, very good. Your pay, of course, here it is. He hands over a satchel of crowns before turning it around in his chair. He seemed too consumed by the artifact to say anything else. Alright then. We don't need... we could use more tools, but that'd be That'd be most of our contract money. Oh well. We still need another recruit. And more jobs. To the castle. It's going well. Kind of. Apart from the one guy who died. Let me try to remind myself of his name. Gebhard. Yeah. Ooh, barbarians. Get him. Nah. It'll take too long. There's a bunch of destroyed buildings in here. Can be good. Raided. This place has recently been raided. It suffered damage, has lost valuable goods and supplies, and lives were lost. Which means they give me bad prices. Kind of. Can I recruit people? A farmer, a hound master, or a militia. Anyone that's been in the militia will have received some basic training. Militiamen like Wolfram is only raised in times of needs. His weapons were rusted and armor non-existent. Unfortunately, enemies were not so kindly under-equipped. Years in an outfit where he couldn't depend on the man next to him drove Wolfram to find something better. He's not the best soldier you've seen, but he is earnest. He has a hate for beast, and he's determined. He's hired. Let's see. He's good in defense, high morale, high fatigue. So he'll be a heavy armor guy. I should give him a shield. Actually, no. With high defense, he can afford to not have a shield. Kind of. You level up. Get defense, get attack. Get fatigue. Okay, what do we want for this guy? Till. He's going for the tank build, so we want no critical hits. But he's not going to have high fatigue. We can't go for a tank build with heavy armor, so it'll be a tank build with light armor. Anyway, still brown. You absolutely do need high fatigue for these tanks. But let me get a shield. Maybe even a sword. Yeah, shield and sword. Nah, that'll be for the next guy. Nah, sell him. Let's just get some armor. That was all of my money. Oops. Okay. Let me sell some of these little random artifacts. And a bit of wood. Okay, now we have a bit of money. Enough at least to move on to the next town. Back to Helfstein. Helfstein always gives me weird contracts that ask me to travel far away. We're doing alright. Could be better, could be worse. I still need somebody who will be like a line breaker, somebody with a big weapon. We have too many tanks now. This guy won't. Actually, you know what? He has. I think he has the same build as Gebhard. It looks like. Oh, you still offer the contract for $1,000 to a caravan? I'm gonna reject it just so you can get something else. Okay. To Jadeburg. Oh, they lost the mine. They got raided while we were out. Lots of raiding. Look, mercenary, this is a strange thing to ask you, but you seem to have a good head on your shoulder. See this dark spot here? You need to venture that way and try and find the ancient battle site. It's somewhere around the region of Borderdale. For $200. Borderdale. A long way to the west and somewhere around the region of Borderdale. Where is that? Oh, that's not that bad. Yeah, sure. Deal. A long way to the west. So I'm gonna try these mountains over there. Get some vision. Don't see it. Let's try over there. Don't see it. Nighttime is not a good time to explore. A long way to the west around the region of Borderdale. Thinking here somewhere. Ancient battle site. Oh, hey, we found it! It's already time to return to the treasurer, as the ancient battle site has been marked on your map. Ooh, a plethora of ancient auxiliaries. That's like 10 plus, I think. We can fight that. Barbarians, 7. Maybe a bit too much. It's currently day 11. With every battle your sellswords fight, the renown of the company grows. As this fame rises, more people, and not just sellswords, will be looking to join the Red Swordsmen. Perhaps it's time for the company to take on another follower. Oh? Can we have another spot? Oh, no, we already have one. Okay, well. Sure. A retinue, that's what it's called, a retinue. People who help we help you. Cooks, washers, I don't know, sexy ladies. You come to each treasurer's room, a fresh map in hand. Takes it from you and looks it over. Well then, I mind to think this was a spot too easy, but an agreement is an agreement. And he pays me. That is... Hey, a couple days of salary. Oh wait, was that? An event. A local holiday. Time for food and drinks. Are they gonna... Ooh! They're gonna sell me stuff. Good prices, I guess. Kind of. Ooh, supplies are cheap. Let me get some salt. Now we go north. And we can try and sell our wood over here. Hopefully. We're always short on money, but that's because I keep spending money on stuff. Like new brothers. And sometimes equipment, but not often. Well, once we sell all our trade goods, we should have a big surplus of money. A couple hundreds. Doesn't sound like much, but still. Go to Gestural. Pretty please. What do we have? You find remove the counter. Where's the rum always go? Because we drank it all. Druidic monk. The fetish of fertility again. Oh, he pays well. More than usual. Deal. Okay, can I buy like better armor for just for this fight? Can I sell? No, because they have ambush trade routes. I mean, it does sell for more than I bought, but it's not that much. The shelter between ruins. Should be some brigands in there. I'm thinking. The fetish of fertility is plain as day to see, but there's something else in the rooms that catches your attention. Sitting beside an enormous statue is a very unique-looking war scythe. Of course, it begs the question, what the hell is it doing out here? While you think it's plain as day, you should go and grab it. Something tells you that you might not be the wisest decision. Perhaps the Red Swordsman should stick to what it's tasked to do? Can I rent a full plate? That'd be so good. Take the war scythe. As you grab the fetish of fertility, you glance at the war site and figure, why not? You climb to the statue and stare into the face of the man who it has taken its image from. Whoever it was, they had chiseled cheekbones and a jaw to hang a coat on. Looking past his features, you grab the war site and holds it out, waiting for something to happen. Nothing does. Still laugh. Maybe the statue welcome or not. Grab the statue on the head and climb down. The company should head back. You gain the war site. A long pole. Is it better than what we have? No, actually. But it is worth 700 buckaroonies. So if we can find a good spot to sell it, that'd be good. That'd be good money. Wow. That was the most. That was the country that paid out the most, and it was the easiest. which is bad because we didn't get to fight, so we didn't get any XP. The counselor greets you, and they have fun. Now they're in high spirits. They buy my stuff for more. But they still have ambush trade routes, so I'm gonna just keep moving. The next town. We like a town that has either no debuffs or a buff. And a big town, not a small town. Here we are. Ooh, they sell furs at a mega high price. Things here are decent. Let me sell things here. We're making about 40 bucks, 100 bucks. Yeah. So we made the site positive. No contracts, we're just gonna move on. Can I recruit somebody? Eugene, a disowned noble. Disowned nobles often have profited from some melee training at court. That sounds good to me. Ooh, but we have here a poacher. Here we have a grave robber. Caravan hand, tool, militia. Militia. What kind of skills do you have? Fact. More hit points, less max fatigue. You, the poacher. Quick and bleeder. I'm gonna buy him. Do you have good stats? No, you're fired. You don't even have stats in bow. Get out of here. Waste of money. Oh well. I could try one of the militiamen, but I don't want to lose all my money, so never mind. Can I buy some armor, weapons, training hall, weaponsmith, armorer? Ooh, I could get a full male hauberk. That'd be really good on someone. Or one of these. Basic mail shirt. Or one of these. Lamellar armor. You're too low level to risk in our high gear like this. Need somebody who has high fatigue. Okay, well, let's... can I get a weapon too? Nah, I can only get basic stuff. Never mind. Let's move on. Where to next? I think we're going back to Jadeburg again. I'm worried they won't have any contracts for us. Because we've been sticking around these parts. We'll see. Gatherer's hut, leather tanner, hunter's cabin. If I just pass by here. They only have high spirits. So they sell stuff for cheap. I could use more supplies. But no contracts. Move on. We just need 3 more contracts for our company goal to be completed. That's good. The first Stainweller company. They've come from far away. Wow. Hey, a contract. A delivery contract. The Gestrel. And we just came from there. Trash pay! Heck no, I'm not going back there for 200 bucks. Nope. Next town. Trash. I could have gotten some salt, but I don't wanna. Ooh. One on hold. I'm killing that one. The giant. An ogre. they do regenerate. We'll wait for them to crash into our lines. We get to shoot at it at least. Take down its armor. If this does anything, just avoided it. Miss. There's some hits. Step back. Let's surround this guy. Can you stun him? I don't know. No idea, but he does have lower morale. Boom. Shoot him. Step back. Bonk him. Annihilate him. Keep going. Get this guy. Stun him. I don't even know if that's possible. He regens a bit. Ouch. He hurt us one pretty badly, but not too bad. And he's fleeing. We got him. Yeah, if we had to fight like two at once, we wouldn't be doing so well. Get him. Run him down. Don't let him escape. Dead. What's that? And we got some giant skull bones. $1,000. There's only during a special event can you sell monster parts for full value. Usually it's only at a fraction of the value, even in the best of circumstances. Yeah, look at that. We can only get $100 for this 1,000 bones. There's been an audacious act of thievery. The despicable brigand stole my demonic statuette, which is an immeasurable well of value to me. Hunt down those thieves. They will be paid instantly, but we also set the void minds of the people of Helfenstein to rest. Pay me lots. Oh well. About $600. Follow the track southeast. Okay. And we already killed the giants, so we don't have to worry about that. 7 thieves. Also, there can't be a contract, well, at our current level, there can't be a contract to fix, for example, there can't be a contract for hunting down that one giant we just saw on the map. That's usually not how that happens. You take a contract and then it spawns on the map, the enemies, or whatever you're supposed to be doing. Once again, they don't have any ranged people. Ooh, mountains. Meet him and counter him. Yep, people are gonna try and stay up here. Yep, they need the reinforcements over here. I'm gonna go here and spear wall. Boom! You with the axe. Go down. Bonk. Oops, I just skipped the turn of my guy with the crossbow, but that's fine. Ouch! He's already injured. Shield up. And that's a decapitation. I got a special skill on the sword that lets me riposte whenever they miss an attack on us. But that was pointless because we also missed. So whatever. Boom, stunned. We keep the spear wall up. It's doing well. I'm gonna shoot this guy and hide. You should go around here. That's in melee range, but that's fine. This guy's just straight up dead. Debuffs on their morale. Ouch, he got stunned. Okay. Boom. Get him. Demoralize them. Get it. Get it. And we can't shoot. And we can't shoot. Ouch. Move. Make them break. Come on. Boom. Bigger debuff to their attacks. Ouch. Okay, he's got an artery, a cut artery, so we gotta finish this fight quick or he's gonna bleed out. Okay, he's gonna be running away. Get this guy next. He's tired. Boom! Boom! Dead. You, break him. He didn't break. Break him! He's not breaking. You're gonna take a lot of damage. Ah, he's broken. Ouch. Ah, done. Okay, that was close. Hey, we got better shields. The battle is done and the demonic statue is back in your hands because you killed the bandits. Huzzah. Do we need better shields? Actually, we don't. Back to Helst... Where's Helstein? Over there. Helstein. Helfenstein, excuse me. And we're back. And we get monies. Well, time to move on. 2 more contracts and we got our gold done. Let's go back to Exbacht. The friendly town. Actually, no. Can I go to Tainerwell? I can't go to Wolfenstein because that's just a castle. We won't be getting any contracts. Down here, there's too many noble buildings for me to get contracts. Let's go down here in this corner. We'll pass by Jadeburg. See what we get. I'm gonna buy some salt. Or maybe some armors and weapons. Weaponsmith? I got $1,000. Can I get something good? I like a long sword. Fencing sword. A cleaver. Nah, we just can't afford that. Can I get some salt? Yes. Q. $600 in salt, which I'm hoping to sell for $800. It's just free money, basically. Though it does mean that you can't spend that money. The trade goods money can't be spent on other things. Brigands, do we fight them? A poacher and some thugs. We need the XP. We need people to level up. That's a good melee level. Good. Okay, you're a tank build. So you're gonna get, let's see, Backstabber. Double the hit chance in melee is doubled to 10% for each... Okay, the bonus to hit chance in melee is doubled to 10% for each ally surrounding and distracting your target. So whenever you know you're surrounding a target, plus 10% for every ally. That's a pretty big, that's a massive buff. Or we can take Brawny, which reduces the fatigue of wearing heavy armor. So that's what we're gonna be doing anyway, so take that. You're gonna get Adrenaline, but I'm gonna learn from my mistake and give you Colossus. 25%. Adrenaline. The big weapon. Get some defense, good. Get some initiative. Get some HP. People with big weapons like these, they're usually going to be wearing heavy armor because they gotta take a hit. They need high melee defense, high attack, and high HP, or high fatigue, or high anything else really. But they need melee attacks so they don't miss with their one attack per turn. Your high resolve. That's a good roll. Yeah. And you, because you're gonna be a tank. Are you gonna be a tank build? You're not really good with melee defense. So let's go with a initiative tank. Which means he's gonna be wearing light armor. Which means he gets high initiative. So he gets the bonus 15% of the character's current initiative as bonus melee defense. So if, for example, if they have 100, they get plus 15 to both of their stats, which is pretty good. That's like a shield. Yeah. If they have 100 initiative, they get a shield's worth in defense. Here you have amazing defense. That's good attack too. And good HP. He has massive HP pool. With this high of a defense, I think he should be the... Never mind, he's not going to be the heavy weapons guy because he can't hit. He can't land his hits. Shield expert? No, he doesn't need shield expert. He has high... he just has high defense. Backstabber? He's going to be wearing heavy armor. I think so. Brawny. This doesn't really pay... This perk doesn't really do well at low levels like we have. It just gives us like 1 or 2 points in fatigue. But at high levels, when you have really heavy armor, it's massive. Range attacks. Initiative. HP, so you don't die. When being attacked... Well, anticipation. When being attacked with ranged weapons, gain 1 plus 10% of your base rage defense as an additional rage defense per tile. aka the further away the enemy is, the less its chance they have to hit you. Or you could get rotation. You can rotate with somebody else. Rally the troops, that's not for us. Taunt. Rally the troops is for somebody who's gonna have high resolve. So either... Who has high resolve? Either you at 37... You at 33, no. You at 44. You at 56. Eric is going to be the one who does the rally the troops. Which means he's going to be our standard bearer. Which means he'll be moved to the back line. Which is fine by me. Anyway, level up. Attack. Resolve, sure. HP 2. And get higher resolve even more. Actually, you know what? With this higher resolve skill, he just got on Eric's level. So maybe this guy can stay in the back line. Nah, I think I'm moving Eric back. Eric are day taller. Farmer. I think Eric, yeah, I think Eric's gonna be our banner carrier, so we're gonna need another frontliner. Something to keep in mind. The penalty to hit chance when you're shooting a target that you have no clear line of sight is reduced from 75% to 50%. No thank you. If you're 20% more damage against targets that have sustained an injury, no thank you. Facilitation, no thank you. Relentless. Don't slow down. At all times, your initiative is only reduced by 50% of your fatigue, instead of all of it. That's good for somebody who has a who has one of these, a dodge tank build, which you do. But I think I'm gonna take instead fast adaptation. So if he does miss his shot, if he does miss his shots, eventually he'll hit him. Okay, next. Get these brigands. Get some XP. I think if we fight here, we'd be even better off. Ooh, one shot. Just dead. Did not count for pressure. I think they'll just start moving up right away. Because that guy just died. Yep. Move here, adrenaline. I want you to be on the high ground. Everybody take the high ground. That's a bad guy. The high ground here. He is going around. Block him. In fact, push him. That's good for me. Oh, he was confident. Oh well. Get this guy. Dead. Get this guy. He's dangerous. Oh my god! They're dying! They're dying! Youch. Kill him. Okay, that wasn't an instant kill, but still. Boom. He doesn't even shoot anything. One more dead. Just start murdering. He's breaking, they're breaking. We've killed too many too fast. The archer hasn't breaking, but he's running away. Oh, never mind, no, he's just taking a better position to shoot. Nice. He's dead. You gotta move up to hit the archer. Too fast, just fast enough. And we'll see if we're not too fast for the archer at least. I don't even see him anymore. There he is. Get him. If he runs away, I think we'll let him run. Not like my chances of catching up to him. I can go for adrenaline. Yeah, he's running away. It's over. Easy. 4 rounds, and they were all just crumbling. Oh, barbarians down there. Kill them. Oh, we lost sight of them. Damn, Weapon-X. So nearby, huh? Let's go bonk him. May I hire somebody? I need a new frontliner. Now that I know that we're gonna get an additional backliner, we need a new frontliner. Leave the Weapon-X. You had a contract? You find Edward, the trade master, stretching a cobweb between 2 forks. He turns one of the utensils and wraps the webbing around the twine. Sighing, he finally looks at you. I have little mind to bring sellswords to these parts, but I'm at my wit's end. Enormous spiders are afoot, stealing livestock, pets. One lady reported her infant taken from the crib. All there being a pit of webbing where it slept. I need these herd creatures taken care of, their nest destroyed. With proper incentives, you'll be interested? That's not good pay. Damn it. Oh well. I'll do it. Hunt down the Weapon-X in the woods. I mean, I saw those guys pass by. Are those the ones? Or do we have a special trail we have to follow? Oh, that's the special trail, I think. You meet a monk on the roads, and with him is a donkey-pulled cart. The poor draft animal, carrying its sled hollow in mute exhaustion. Broom straw and virid moss are strung to one side of the cart, both twisting eagerly in the very wind that dried them. And some pots and pans clatter like rustic wind chimes as the modest wares comes to a bumbling stop. There's lots of rains outside. Lots of rain. Oh, thunder too! You know, sometimes during thunderstorms, Jesus, we do get power cuts. Well, if the stream stops suddenly, that'll be why. A barrel totters on the edge of the cart's bed, and a couple of bees sways to keep up, pawing and prodding at these cracks with thirsty curiosity. The monk lifts a wool hat The monk lifts a wool hat up out of his face, but the lip of it folds back over his eyes. He takes it off altogether and passes a sleeve across his brow. Carrying a jolly smile, he seems not at all disturbed by the veritable living armory standing before him. Evening, gents. Don't suppose you're the kind to march beneath a lord's banner. You look like sellswords to me. What do you carry? I was thinking you'd ask. This here is Bessie, a cow's name for a donkey's arse. Don't worry, she won't kick you. She's all howled out, you see. What she carry? Well, that's beer. Men yonder, so that they may drink to men above. If you don't mind, or if you don't mind my business, I'd like to get on to where we'll be going. The monk picks up the reins of his jennies and is ready to start moving. How many crowns for a round of beer? Take the beer! How many crowns for a round of beer? You hold up your hand, stopping the monk before he can get going. He sighs, slowly lowering the reins out of his hands, feeling as though he may be getting the wrong impression. You quickly ask if he has his beer to spare for your men. You are more than willing to pay. The monk looks back around to his stock for a moment, then turns around. I give your man a sip for a crown or two, don't mind the bees around the top. They'll scurry when you come, but if you scurry when they scurry, they'll scurry after you. Strange little kids. You ask the man how much he wants. I wager 10 crowns a head will do, so 70 crowns. Though I might be taking advantage of myself here. Around! You agree to pay the man what he's asked for, and he opens his arms in invitation. Your men pop the lid off the cask and dip their cups in. They come to sit in the shade, sipping the tankards and exchanging beers. The monk bids you a good farewell, and the men all lift their cups to him in a loud, increasingly slurred cheer. Yay. But do we know where our contract is? Jesus Christ. I think it's in there. I think it's in there. Yes. The nest is an easy spot, a stretch of winterscape where there is no cold. Ooh, a stretch of winterscape when there's no cold, so it's all covered in cobwebs. The white webbing, patchy and listing from every tree, every copse, every inch of the place. You march the company right in, weapons drawn, and there you come across the wrapped bodies, their center blown open and blackened, a spawn of spiderlings sucking on the organs. Staring up, you see red eyes flare beneath the branches of the surrounding trees. The whole Arachnidian Arboretum comes alive. Its wardens perch amongst the brush with their squatted legs, indistinguishable from the branches, the enemy hiding in plain sight. You damn near shit yourself when a supposed tree unfolds entirely, every wooden stalks but a spider leg. The arborist slate descends onto the company, chittering and champering for a bite. Now that sounds horrifying. Yuck. But there's only 5 of them. Oh, they're surrounding us. That's not good. We count as ambushed. Okay, well, I know how to handle that. Please get a line up. But not a line, but... we gotta kill this thing. We can't let our men be alone, otherwise they'll get webbed and killed. Boom! Much better. Webbed. Oh, no web, huh? These will do the web. Thank you. And shoot. Nice. I know there's one coming from down there. So I'm gonna stay here. Ooh, nice hit. You free yourself of the web, and bonk, and miss. Boom, dead. 3 left. And they're all here. Please free him from the webs. Thank you. Bonk him. Nice, it's dead. And it's dead. I need to get down there. It's not gonna happen. Only he can fight. Ouch. I'd like a better angle. I'm not gonna risk friendly fire. Other Thunder Strike coming up. Let's see how big it is. Nah, not that big, I guess. Eh. Last Thunder Strike was much worse. Boom! Easy. The battle over, you find a man dangling by the webbings attached to his feet. Half of his body is bound in filaments, and more dangle from his hips like a shredded dress. Seems the spiders deserted him upon the Red Swordsman's arrival. He smiles at the sight of you. Hey there, mercenaries, ain't ya? Yeah, I see it. You've no mind being here lest it was coin that brought you, and you fought like bastards that be bet on. Absolute savages. You ask the man what you'll get from cutting him down. He turns his head up. His whole body then starts to swing around, and at times twists him away from you entirely. He speaks either to you or to whichever direction he's facing. Ah, good question. Well, you may not see it here and now, but I'm a sellsword myself, and wouldn't you know it that my company and its captain have all been done stringed up and consumed whole by them spiders. Cut me down and I have nowhere else better to go than your company. That is, if you'd have me. You're welcome. He has his equipment already, so he's missing a weapon. Here's some stuff. He's a good defense, high resolve, high initiative. I think he's gonna be our backliner, our bannerman. Instead of Eric. He has even a higher resolve potential than he did. Oof. +5. Okay, perks. Get better... Get crippling strikes. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to stay in the back right now. He can come up front. He doesn't have the highest melee potential, but that's fine. Our backliner with a banner with a high resolve is here for helping our troops resolve, most importantly. Edward the Trade Master welcomes you back with a great clap and the rubs of his hands, though you just brought in a turkey. And now the horrifying evidence of your victory. After paying you the agreed reward, he hears some surprising news. The mayor states that the estate of the lost townsman could be properly divided, and as it add up, what? The mayor states that the estate of a lost townsman could not be properly divvied up, and as further thanks, you're free to take whatever is left of it, aka mushrooms. Alright. Okay, that's bonus pay. It's supplies. Can I get a sword? No. Alright. Can I get... Do you guys have like a weapons master? No? Recruits? No? I'm out of here. Let's get one more contract so we can finish our ambition. And stop the stream for today. Day 16. Hopefully we can have everybody geared up in tier 2 equipment by day... Ooh, a tier 3 contract. Let's go with a tier 2. It's a box. No thank you. But a tier 3. Kill some brigands. For 1,000 crowns. I'm gonna risk it. If it's too big of a fight, I'm just gonna dip out. If it's like 10 guys... If it's like 9 guys, 10 guys, we can afford it. If it's like 12 people, not so much. Six thieves. Oh, they're brigand raiders. They're tier 2 brigands. Which means they have tier 2 gear. Let me fight them in the mountains, please. I don't get to choose, I guess. You catch up to a group of brigands, alleging your employees, blah blah blah. Yeah, so raiders are gonna have better armor and weapons. Which means we can loot better armor and weapons. What are we looking at? 2 of them. This guy and this guy. Not too fearsome. So they will be harder to fight. Once the stream is done, you're going to add more time to your playtime of Battletech. Ooh. Is it? It's in September, right? That the next DLC for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries comes out? Because I'm definitely going to be playing that. Boom! Cut down. Probably should have gone for adrenaline. You take this high position. We'll start fighting in the middle. So these guys are gonna have to come down. Don't go there. He has the high ground. We don't want to fight over there. You get down around him. Can you bonk him? Nope. Oh, that's not the high ground. That's fine. Boom. Nice. Boom, dead. Ah, he just gave up the high ground. Amazing. These guys are gonna try and come against my archers, but that's fine. It means they'll be in between all my troops. Ouch. Oh. Interesting position. Boom! He's gonna run away. Get him. Eh, we kind of got him. Boom. You're not gonna last long at this rate. Dead. He has high morale, that's good. Boom, he's been stunned. Let's finish him off. Or not. Ooh, he has a tier 2 spear, look at that. They release the day of release sooner or delay. We didn't see the day from DLC from them yet, that's true. I think. I hope. Okay, good thing they're missing. Boom. Boom. Take the high ground. Stab him, he's dead. He's not doing so hot. Dead. And he's trying to run away. Let's run him down. Boom! Easy. Yes, we got a tier 2 spear and some helmets. I'll take them. The battle, the same as before. 2,000 crowns, huh? But we do have the ambition to complete contracts. I'm not sure if it's gonna... If I betray my contractor, I don't know if it's gonna count or not. For the ambition. Oh, you leveled up. Get more defense. Get more fatigue, get more HP. Make sure to resist critical hits. You back there. You need melee skill. But too bad. Please get anything that can help bonk people. Backstabber's good. We can have somebody surrounded, and this guy's gonna have a massive bonus to hitting them with his big weapon. Also, who gets the super spear? You got it. Who gets the mega helmets? You over there. Gutenberg. Eric over here. Ludolf, that's the new recruit. He is superstitious, -10 resolve against fear, panic, or mind control. And fears beast. So he's gonna be a low resolve people, huh? Oh well. That's probably fine. Another Thunderstrike coming up soon. Boop. I think we're good. Let's go. Here's your crystal skull, sir. Okay. Let me sell some stuff. Do I sell the salt here? Yeah. We have 3,000 buckaroos. It's pretty good. Can I get armor? I go for a mail coat. A mail hauberk. Sure. Another better helmet. You can get the mail hauberk. Bam. And the better helmet. Bam. Now this looks like a real mercenary right there. And not just a random peasant. Okay. What do we have else? Mail shirt, scale armor. I'm good. Hey, ambition fulfilled. When starting out, the world saw you for what you were. Ambition armed with a weapon. Everyone has a dream, and about half those men have weapons on them. We're not unique, not outstanding, not even particularly dangerous if you're giving your old self a good look in the eye. But you made it. The door shut in your face. The attempts at haggling that lost you good deals. The spitting. So much spitting. And it's a cold world and you dare to warm your own damn self, and you succeeded. Contracts under your belt, contracts on the horizon. They're blurring together. A culture of victory has started to wash over the Red Swordsman. Have you good reason to be proud of your command of it? We're making a name for ourselves. Huzzah. I think that's gonna be it for today. So we've survived like the initial bits, and it seems like we're thriving. We just fought some tier 2 bandits and we did pretty well. Our guys are getting better equipment, they're getting better levels. We're readying up for when we get our own banner in the field, so we get bigger morale boosts. We're doing good. So I think in maximum we can have 12 people in battle, plus people in reserve. We can make specialized people for fighting specialized enemies. So for example, we can make people that only fight when we're against humans to demoralize them, or only people that can fight against undead because they're super good against the undead or something like that, and we can switch them in and out. But people who stay in the back line usually have low morale, so I don't know when that's gonna happen. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What is here or there is... Oh, I can't say because it's Iron Man. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye. More tomorrow. Bye 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 bye. We didn't die, yay.